Piece of me is slowly dying to make it through. Secretly, I pray so hard now. I bet you did too.
When we wrote Black Label, we had discovered how we work as a unit and how we work as a band and how we write. But it was still kind of the foundation, and I think we really grew as musicians and as people.
We had a lot of time off in between and written a couple of songs, and we didn't like what we initially did, so we just spent heaps more time just refining what we were trying to look for and play music we really wanted to play and make it a bit of a variety instead of trying to sound the same as everything else.
The way we've done it has been to allow people to know that we're never going to release the same record twice. You know, taking elements from Black Label and even before that, to allow that continuation and that evolution of our music.
What we were trying to do with Black Label EP was really take our music from where we were to where we wanted to go.
The Rhapsody tapes completely was just us writing whatever was coming out. We've all grown up, music's grown up, as people experience more. It was not a, hey, we could write a song which sounds like this band, which might sound cool. It was quite literally what was coming out.
Wouldn't say a new band, but definitely gone into it with a new state of mind. But this new release, since we started writing that, it's been like a complete evolution of all our kind of musical taste and stuff like that.
Everything's a progression, everything is an opportunity to learn. We're only getting better as people. We're a pretty young band and quite green when it comes to being a band, and we've got so much more to learn. And everything we have is an opportunity to reinvent ourselves or reinvent heavy music or reinvent people's outlook and the way that they see heavy music through our experimentation and our own twists on it and leaving our mark on music.
We don't want to sound like everyone else, I guess. Is probably a major factor in our music. We don't want to be boxed into one thing. We want to be able to do multiple things with music and just make it interesting, so can keep just doing fun stuff, man.
Said that we were an experimental band, and I think up until that point we hadn't really experimented or really looked at all the sum total of our interest in music and all our tastes.
Rhapsody tapes is just what we were doing.
I was born with my head around the wrong way. Both eyes always on what's behind me.
We sat down before the record and we wrote down goals of what we wanted, and we've been able to do a lot of those even so far. And one of them was that we wanted the Rhapsody tapes to be a passport. We wanted it to be a collection of music that's going to allow us to take Ocean Grove overseas and go and experience different cultures and things, and all these things that we wanted to do as mates. I met Dale when I was 10 or 11, and we've been best mates since.
I feel best up on stage when I can just be myself and express myself, and every show I think is different. I don't really do the same thing twice, so I'd definitely say it's just me up there, the energy of the crowd it brings it out, so yeah.
Just a feeling of complete bliss, to see people that live 24 hours by playing away, singing your words, it even may not be their main language and they know all the words to the songs, it's mind-blowing, dude, absolutely mind-blowing.
That's been my word for this tour, and it simply just is wild, man. I haven't left the country before, and I think a lot of us really haven't, and it's very cliche to be yeah, you're on your tour of the world and stuff, but the fact that 5 dudes get to just do that from Australia.
Yeah, this is insane. This whole week just doesn't even feel real in some ways. It blows your mind when you're just walking around and going to the main stage and being wow, that is bigger than anything I've seen. It's awesome. I didn't ever think I'd ever get out of Melbourne doing this stuff.
You can't hide it.
We can always look back, even if we ended, the band tomorrow, it's something we'll always be able to look back on and have, hold in our hands and go we did that. That's the reason why we held off for so long, because we knew what an important thing a debut album is and what it means to a band. So to finally get it out after 6-7 years, I think is a dream come true.
We really just set out to push our own boundaries and smash down the goals we set with one another, and that's it. I've loved my journey of music so far, and I could finish up playing music tomorrow and look back on it and be super happy, so anything from here on out is a massive bonus.
For a long time we've been a band, and we started doing this when we were about 14, and we never thought that we'd be on the other side of the world playing to people like yourselves. We probably would have never come to Eindhoven if it wasn't for music, so thank you guys once again for showing up today. This one's from my record.
A debut album is something not everyone gets to do. You're actually committing to something, and you've actually gone through with 4 or 5 of your other best mates and created something that will forever be there.
It's always been obviously a goal to go as far as possible, and we dreamt about it, but honestly it's that thing where you never think it's going to actually happen until it does. So to be up on the stage and just to think I'm actually here and these people are from the other side of the world and watching us is crazy. I never thought it would actually happen until I was on the stage. It's nuts.
Oh, but we were always going to be happy no matter if people liked it or not, but the fact that people are getting around it is just a bonus, I guess. We were just so stoked to put something out to the world that we actually really all enjoyed, and it was something that we tried to make it just something of our own.
It's a bit of a trip. Some of the lyrics, remembering those exact same moments and what was going on in your life and where you were at, and the moments that you came up with, some of the ideas of the songs, the ideas, the names or whatever, and the fact that it's all come to this thing and you can go to the other side of the globe and people have connected with it in one way or another.
We're slowly spreading what we do around, and people seem to enjoy it, so I can't complain. It's been amazing. Whether or not we're playing to 20 kids every night or to 1,000 like tonight, we're just super grateful,
G'day Pindix, welcome to Gym Abroad.